All right, so we told you a couple of times already that this gentleman left high school without a single C-Sec subject, but today he holds a master's degree in counseling and social work. His name is Antonio Baker, and he is here to tell us how he did it. Morning, sir. Welcome to Smile Jamaica. How are you?
Good morning, sir. I am well.
Congrats, my friend. Congrats. Um, so why you never do your work in high school? So why you never behave yourself and get some subject? Tell me about that. What went on with you in high school? Tell me about that.
Um, so it's funny that people would say I didn't do my work or I wasn't interested, but that wasn't the case any at all. Um, I did well from grade 7 to grade 9, really. Started in grade 7, 5, went to 9, 2, and then did the sciences. But the truth is, I didn't have the parental support. Well, in terms of for academics, because my mother, she worked very hard to support her children, and the father was absent. So I didn't have anybody that I could really rally back on when, studying got hard. And I remember doing my first chemistry SBA, and I'm telling you that I put everything I had into it, and the result wasn't pleasing. I got 0 out of 3 for the first component. And I was like, no man, if I put out so much effort and this is the result, why try? And then from there I lost the motivation for school really. And I took a deviant turn.
Well, you are here with us now to tell us that that turn kind of changed because you went on to sit math, social studies, IT, geography, and you got only ones and twos. So what made that change?
The truth is, Mr. Bill, I I I, I wanted to be a role model for my son because I have a son. He's 12 years old now, 11 going on 12. Um, and when I started to look at family, I decided that I wanted something more stable for my family. I wanted my son to grow up and see a father who, if he had any challenges, then he could come to me and say, Daddy, I can't work out this problem, and I would be able to help him, right? So I started in construction and then I became a correctional officer. But the truth is, all the time while I was doing construction and security before I went into the correctional services, I didn't have an aspiration for education really. But then when I went to training school and I saw persons with 13 subjects, 10 subjects, and I didn't really have any per se, I was competing with them. And I looked at it and I was saying, whoa, so that means I have the potential. I just wasn't putting in the work. So I decided that when I left training school and went to the institution, I was going to try to go back to school. And so I did. And I got 9 subjects, 5 grade 1s and 4 grade 2s.
Right. And now, Masters of Science in Counseling and Social Work from the Michael University College. Congrats. How does that make you
Yes,
feel?
man,
How does
thank
that
you.
make you feel when you hear that?
Um, really, it's neither here nor there for me. I it's an achievement, yes, but the truth is my drive has always been to help persons because I recognize that persons have the potential and the capability, but the truth is sometimes they don't have the backing, the support or the resources.
Yep.
So I did I must big shout out to Romeo Monteith and Jamaica Rugby League
I was going to ask you
because
about that because you got a rugby scholarship, right? How did that
yeah
help?
man,
How did
so
that help?
um it helped tremendously because that was what made the headway for me.
Fantastic.
Because I didn't have the financial backing to go to university, and by mistake or by opportunity, God's blessings, I was able to be afforded a scholarship to Jamaica for 4 years, full room, board, tuition, everything. So I didn't have to think about fees. But even in that, I struggled because we still had to pay miscellaneous fee. And I remember in my second year, I didn't have any money to pay.
Okay.
And I get some staunch cussing from some teammates and persons that I was on scholarship and still not able to pay the little 2 pence that was needed to be paid. But, I persevered and I left my undergrad as a valedictorian,
Yeah, man.
to the surprise of many.
Yeah, man. Congrats again. Boy, it is an amazing story, an inspiring one. So usually I say look in the camera, but you are looking in the camera now. What do you say to the young people who might be struggling for different reasons? You had your story at high school, and there are some youngsters, young women also that are struggling for different reasons. What do you say to them?
Well, the first thing I would say is put God first, because in all things, God is important. And secondly, I would say don't stop trying.
Yeah.
One of the things I always say, and it's funny, but I tell people that not all mangoes on the tree ripe at the same time. And it's just an analogy I use that sometimes we see other persons going ahead of us and we feel bad in ourselves, but we should just wait our turn and ensure that we put in the work. Because the truth is, if we do that, then in time, our fruits will mature and we will reap the success that we desire.
That's who they call a late bloomer, right?
Well, for some, it's late blooming. For others, it's perfect timing.
Yeah.
Because what I have learned through everything is that my experiences help to propel me to where I am today. So I feel fulfilled when I look back, because all those experiences gave me the mind that I am now in. And through those experiences, I am able to help others reach to the point where they want to reach.
I'm impressed, Mr. Baker. Great to meet you, sir. Please say hi
Thank
to
you, sir.
Please say hi to your students at Cedar Grove Academy in Portmore, and God bless you. Have an outstanding, amazing holiday season. Tell your son that we love him, and look after yourself, sir. Take care.
Salute.
Mr. Antonio Baker, Associate Counseling Psychologist and Dean of Discipline at Cedar Grove Academy in Portmore. All right, still to come, we get the details on Shop Local JA. But before that, in 3 minutes, the second edition of News in 5. Stay with us, please.